Hello, class. Just seeing if this is going. Okay. It is March 23rd, Monday, and this is our class. The lecture today is on simple past tense irregular verbs. Okay. First of all, before I start, I want to talk to you all about submitting assignments. I haven't received many assignments. I think maybe 4 assignments out of 14 students. Please start trying to submit, okay? I need to know if you understand how. If you don't understand how, I need to get you help, okay? So tell me if you need help. Either another student can help you, or I can have one of my student workers who speak Spanish help you. Okay? But it's important now. You must start submitting assignments. The assignments in there are amazing. So good job for people who did submit them. I read some of them and they were good. All right. The other thing, is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. Okay, so today we are in the grammar book. Focus on grammar, not the workbook, but the book. And we are on chapter 19, which is page 220. And we're talking about simple past irregular verbs. Okay, last week we talked about regular verbs. Okay, so for example, work, and the regular past form of work has an ed on the end, worked, right? Or play, right? The irregular past form is played. Now in this chapter, we are going to talk about irregular. Okay, now these verbs are very common, very popular verbs in the English language. We use them all the time. For example, go, you know this one, went, right? The verb to be, changes to was or were, depending on singular or plural. Was is singular. He, she, it was. Were is plural. We, you, they, were. I was, right? Okay. So these are irregular. Another example might be, I'm thinking of something common, come. The past of come is came. Now, unfortunately, there are many irregular verbs in English, and they're very common. However, in your book, let me show you, in your book on page 439 in the back, there is a chart on the top here called Irregular Past Tense Verbs. Here you have the base form. For example, here you have become, and then the past tense is became. Okay, you can look through this. There's 4 columns in this book. Now, there are many more verbs that are irregular than you see on this page, okay? This is just examples. So again, page 439 in your book, you can see all the irregular past forms. Now, one other thing I want to mention is it is very important for your English to go through every exercise in the book. Now, I know that I only assign to to type out a few exercises. That's because I don't want you to have too much work in this time. However, it is important that you do everything in the chapter and ask me questions if you have questions about anything, okay? The goal is your English to get better and better. And the only way you can do that is to practice. So do everything, okay? So even though page 220 and 221 are not assigned in black or in Turnitin or for homework, you should still do it. Okay, so here we are on page 222. I think we've covered everything here from the last chapter. We have here affirmative statements. Here are negative statements with didn't or did not. And we use the base form of the verb for that. Okay. So we covered that before. The verb to be is important, was and were. I mentioned that just now. Grammar notes. Okay, negative statements. I'm just going to pause this for a minute.